It's Monday, so let's see what's happening in the crazy world of Marvel Contest of Champions, shall we? So as you know, Twitch drops over the last 48 hours to 72 hours have been a bit of a weird thing, with Kabam saying that a lot of the engineers are pointing that the reason is that people of the community haven't done their connecting account. Of course, if you've been following the videos that I've been showcasing, it's not always been the case, because I have a connected account and I didn't get my first 2 sets of rewards. With the extra amounts of rewards where I didn't claim them, I waited about a day after and still didn't get the 2 rewards that I claimed, and got the ones that I claimed after. So this is largely Kabam, if you indeed have done the connecting side of things. So yes, do the connection of your account via the instructions Kabam have given, but it doesn't mean to say that it's going to work. And hopefully it does work, and Kabam have put it right based on what they're investigating with their side of things. Anyway, a little bit more on that one, as Dave let us know. So the big key we found in the investigation was for people making sure that their Kabam ID accounts were connected before claiming drops. While this isn't the sole cause, that's true, it definitely was a large portion of cases. Yeah, but yes and no. Still yes and no. I think Kabam still need to do their side of things, because obviously something isn't fixed properly. When things break, there isn't always an easy fix. It isn't always something to say immediately to resolve the issue as quickly as I would like. All that said, I want to extend a massive thank you, appreciation for their patience and understanding shown through this episode. Yep, so yeah, until we meet again. And now let's give a little bit of coverage to Alliance Wars Season 58, the test season. I think that this is very much a Marmite season. People either like it or hate it, and with the way that Alliance Wars was kind of structured in the maps to how it is now, I don't know how people are largely feeling with its overall structure. I guess some people are seeing it as a bit of a joke. I mean, I like it from a point of view of like testing something new, and what I personally like about it is what other people maybe don't like. It's quicker to get done, which means that you don't feel too much of a time saving, right? That is one of my biggest things that I want to see MCOC do this year, as well as AI being fixed. Time saving. Save me time, Kabam. Like, this is just so that, and it's not just me, it's so other people out there, people that may want to play the game but have then gone, oh, do you know what, I just don't have the time to spend 2 to 3 hours in a piece of content, or spend a lot of time planning out a roster for this, that, and this other thing. Like, ease of mind, just getting on with it and being able to do things as quickly as possible. I know people like, you know, their time consuming fights and stuff, and maybe this is, maybe this isn't, maybe this is too much like AQ raids, but I don't know, like, there's a lot of things I like about it, then I dislike, but that's just my opinion. Like, you whatever's personal to you as an opinion, that again is up to you, because people have had their opinion on it, and it is very much the other way. Like, people have said like it's worse than the old Alliance Wars, and I hate it, but there's not too much of a divide. It's relatively close. There's also people that are kind of like neutral. So if you kind of went like, and this, by the way, does not reflect the entirety of the community, it is people just kind of like coming together for opinion. Have your say whether you like it or not, because I think that Kabam have got some work to do on it. It's not perfect, but that's Kabam in a nutshell. But maybe this is like the point right here. Like, old War was intolerable. Some people liked it, some people, I mean, I never really liked War at all, and after doing it for, I think of the 58 seasons, I've done it about 57 of the seasons, because I think I had like a month off from alliance-based participation. And out of control, I have no words for the new War, but I think this is the point here. I just don't understand where's the happy medium. Like, what would be best? And we talked about the but what my hopes were, that Kabam could just go, hey, community, like, what are your thoughts on this? Maybe just show a new map. What are your thoughts on like this kind of map? What are your thoughts on something like this? And maybe just gauge people's feedback, because then Kabam can be like, well, look, you guys voted for it, but they don't do that. They don't go, hey, we're thinking about doing this. What are your thoughts on it? They just go, we've built something. Here's this for a season. That's where we're testing it. We're just going to throw you in. Not like kind of like, I don't know, drip, like breadcrumbs, drip dropping in information or kind of ideas to kind of gauge feedback to kind of then go, we might change this to this, we like this kind of like resonated well with the community. That's always the tricky thing, isn't it? Like for me, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all. I took I think it was like a Death of She-Hulk against Gladiator to do like a debuff cleanse, gain my what is it called, get the force, whatever it is. It was a quick fight. It was fun enough. It was okay. It was just AI scuffy as hell. Like, that's really it. But the main thing for me is time saving. I want to find time saving elements. That's not for you. That may not be for everybody, but that's what like I want to see from the game. And of course, what you want is different to another player. I guess one big issue is like the range of communication. Some say the communication was okay for the new season launch or off-season launch, and others say it was not. Particularly angry player right here who said, no announcements that I've seen, and sorry, I don't have time to watch Kabam stream TV. So if Kabam, Mike, whoever announced this shite, I missed it. Remember, it's their fault that you don't read, watch, or go to news information and whatnot. To be honest, if we look at it like, well, was there an in-game message? Well, I can't remember seeing one, but then it's like, like, is this a test? Are we taking this season seriously? Man, I don't know. But this is something I wanted to find out, like, what were people's, like, general feedback for maybe, like, higher-end, like, competitive stuff? So, Joey Snow says, maybe for more casual or semi-competitive alliances, setup definitely lowers the stress. With a few defenders and smaller map, it's easier to coordinate paths and plan fights. You also don't need a massive roster to participate, and the war itself is quicker, which can help reduce burnout. I get that, you know, but from the perspective of someone in a competitive alliance, this format is honestly a huge step backwards. We have nearly 300 champions in the game, and the answer is to reduce how many to get to use. Hold on, are you setting up for a wave of overpowered defenders where only the absolute top ones will matter, and thus we are forced to acquire them to compete? Just occurred to me. Also, all 10 players are locked into paths, which eliminates backup coverage. If one person has a real life emergency, there's no one to help them out. It could be anything from joining accidentally, or that's bad design in a team mode. Basically, it's a war where there's no one to carry an injured soldier. Roster depth is out of the window. Those that actually enjoyed war planning and stuff, that has gone many more downsides. I'd like to know the more downsides personally. I don't mind innovation and respect trying new things, but this isn't it. The format sacrifices everything that made competitive war meaningful and replaces it with something that feels shallow and restrictive. Should call it something else than Alliance Wars. Maybe it's something that they just do occasional seasons. Anyway, as I said, this is Marmite. This is, if anybody doesn't know Marmite, some like it, some hate it. And for me, the things that I like about it don't resonate with what other people like about it. You would like stuff that, say, from the old war style that could be kind of implemented in future. As a test, I just don't know if this has the legs and backing to be like more of a permanent thing. Either way, it's down to the court of community feedback and opinion. Align it with what Kabam kind of like see when it comes to feedback, and whether or not they're actually interested in rolling this out after this test is finished. But I think the big telltale sign will be what competitive alliances got out of a season. Like, is this going to be damaging? And that's the biggest point to kind of like leave on this section, is it going to be damaging to those competitive alliances? Is it going to be freeing to those semi-interested in doing war alliances? We'll only find out the damage after the season or mid the season, depending how different alliances see it. But there's more feedback that needs to be given, and Kabam need to make a decision if they're actually going to bother to take this any further than this test. Let's now do a quick mop-up on PC. MCOC PC version, of course, launched last week, and we saw some exciting things. This is Chris's computer right here, which has a Hyperion there, and of course the desktop of Thanos. Love this, by the way. Absolutely love this. Look, and even like the little images that are on inside the PC right there. That's a proper gaming PC right there. Love that. absolutely love that, because I think you can change little images inside. I don't know if it's like you configure that rather than it just being like a slide-in thing. I don't know. Anyway, it's good to see stuff like that. Also, if you're looking for Mac support, Kabam Dork said no official Mac support is at the time. Partitioning a Mac with a x86 architecture may do the trick, but no guarantees on this side. So take that as your own risk to try and do that particular switch if you want to. There is also an MCOC PC feedback thread, which the link to is in the description. So it's good to see that we've got people giving their feedback on what they like and dislike about the PC version, or maybe stuff when it comes to, like, you know, graphics, latency being bad. Well, that's because it's an Xbox controller, should go PlayStation. All jokes aside, right? Some people notice different things. For me, when I used the PS5 controller, I thought there was latency. I found latency. If you choose, it's always better to check devices. If you're going to be pairing something, whether it's controller, fight stick, or keyboard or whatever, have a look at the latency, the millisecond delay to the input. Some devices claim to be good, some are not, and it depends if you're doing wireless or wired as to the latency delay. Think very carefully. I had to research for, I think, about a month before I bought my latest keyboard and mouse, which are over there, which is not what I've got here. That has like a low latency or low kind of like input delay. So look at that, by the way. That's really important. Also, quick note for those that are seeing issues with the I think it's the easy anti-cheat. So if you are seeing an issue with easy anti-cheat, something like an error message because of easy anti-cheat not installing correctly, then there is a little bit of a thing here. So if you're encountering this error, try uninstalling, reinstalling the game at startup. When prompted to install easy anti-cheat, service EOS, hit yes. And there's also a link here which I'll try and see if I can remember to put in, which goes over easy anti-cheat. Gives a little bit of a kind of bypass type method in order to get there. This is something from the Dead by Daylight Reddit that gives just a helpful thing if you are experiencing any issues and want to play the PC version. And a quick end the show on the Academy. This is something that Kabam are going to be talking about in the next couple of weeks, whether or not it's in the next Kabam live stream, that gives players that are new to the game and also those that want to like test out certain things with, say, mastery setups. This is going to be available to you via the website, via, well, I assume, the Academy. And this will just be like helpful for new players. This will also be a resource that may be expanding. There's been a big call for a community, well, not a community site, but a site that could that's made by Kabam officially to help with, you know, access to stuff, prestige, you know, war planning, blah 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 blah. Other stuff that's going to be just generally helpful. But yeah, more information on that will hopefully be coming out soon. I think that's it for the show. Of course, the glossary is already there. That's it. That's it for the MCN today. Have a lovely Monday, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you later on for some more content and coverage. Have a lovely day and goodbye.